Thanks for coming in.
Hello.
Good to see us. On this rather blustery day, Ron, you were saying it's a better day down in Glencullen than it is here.
Oh no, it's
all the way around.
The other way around. Yeah, we had rain till just outside Letterkenny, so you're in luck today.
Getting the best of it. And what about up in Fanna today?
Beautiful day in Fanna today.
Right, very good. Glad to hear it. All right, then let's talk first of all about Idia Scale and what you do, Ronan, is you provide Irish language courses and cultural activity holidays for adults in the Gaeltacht, but there's a lot to it. Your courses cater for all levels, right the way from beginners to advanced.
That's right, yeah, because I think when a lot of people think of doing Irish courses, they think back to Irish college, but really what we're doing, we cater to adults only, and we do Irish language courses, and they are at the same time holidays, so people come, they learn a lot. You might be a complete beginner, you might be a fluent speaker already, and you're coming, you learn plenty and you enjoy yourself. But then some people who mightn't be so keen on the classroom side of things, the idea right from the beginning was to give them other options to learn the language. So there are a lot of these bilingual cultural courses, so you can come and you can do hill walking for a week, and obviously we've some of the best hill walking in Ireland here in Donegal, and you can do that. All of our instructors are Irish speakers, so if you come and you're fluent, you can interact with them, with the other people in the course. If you're just learning, it's a nice way to dip your toe in. You'll pick up a few things and you'll enjoy it. And there's hill walking, painting, tapestry weaving, geology, archaeology, environment, lots of different things, and we've added 2 new ones now for next year. Joe McGuigan, dairyman originally, now in Donegal, is doing a old style step dance and sean-nós dancing course, and we have a singing course coming up as well with Colette McDavid. Oh. So it's a great mix, and it gives people a chance to find something they're interested in.
Well, it is a great mix, and with that long list there, everybody's bound to find something that'll be of interest to them. And then you find that you're learning the language and you don't even realise it.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's the thing, and it's that fact that you're associating it with doing something you enjoy. You come, you have a great time, and there's the courses, and then in the evenings there are kind of activities every evening. You might do dancing one night, poetry another night. There might be a talk. You might go for a trip. So again, you're getting to see the county, you're getting to meet the local people, and you're having fun when you're doing it. And when you go back, people are a bit more encouraged. And then what's interesting about all that is the kind of group of people that it attracts. Because for me, the thing that really is really interesting about it is the kind of mix of people that we get doing the courses. Because you'll get about 60% of people who do the courses come from the island of Ireland, so from all over, from this county, north, south, down to Kerry, Cork, everywhere. And the other 40% could come from anywhere in the world. So we have, I think this year it was 24 countries. So, and you're talking about all over North America, England, Czech Republic, South America, different places. And so you can meet anyone, anytime. And so you have that kind of mix of people all together in Glencullen. Beautiful scenery. It makes for a great old time.
And for those from other countries, I'd imagine that they're equally interested in our heritage and history as they are in the language.
Everything, yeah. It's amazing what brings people to do things like that. So some people are very interested in the language. Some people are they're those kind of people that speak 8 languages and they want to do another one. Some people come through to the music. They might have found Clannad, or they might have found Irish music, and that kind of gets them in. Some people it's the history and all that. But I'll give you an example. There's people who go to Idia Scale would know Salvatore well. Salvatore came as a student, maybe, I'm not sure when exactly, maybe 20 years ago, a little bit more originally, attending the courses. Give him a couple of years. He's now, every summer, he teaches an Italian cooking class for us as part of our summer school through Irish. For afternoons every day for a week, so that's the kind of things that happens, and we enjoy it no end.
And it's not just in Glencullen.
And that's been a very important side to it as well. So we're based in Glencullen, that's where our centre is. But early on, we started doing courses in Gleninnia, Glenfin, and Cummeen there, the beautiful national school on Éireann Cummeen. And so we do 2 weeks there every summer, and also we do a special course, Sivris na Gaeilge, or the richness of the language, for kind of aimed at people who are already good speakers but just want to really add to it, out on Tory Island, and that's up for 2023 next year, and that's already half full. It's one that people just love, and it's a really special place. One thing I must say as well that's really nice about these awards, it's great to see in terms of tourism in the county. The group of the three of us that are nominated, very strong in terms of Irish language as well. I just mentioned that you can go to, if you're going to Fanad Lighthouse, you can do their staff. They're really great Irish speakers. It's something really unique we have in our, in this county, to have strong Gaeltacht areas, and people really appreciate that, and so it's great to be promoting it.
For people that come and do your courses from other parts of the country, how does Irish differ here to, say, the Kerry Irish? Is there more of an appetite for our Irish, or is it just mixed?
Yeah, it's there's a bit of a difference. There are dialects, and so there's no more than in English. There are different accents, and those of us from Donegal sound a bit different from people from Kerry, and we use different words. A lot of people, when they're learning, get kind of worried about that, and they say, I had a teacher in school and they had Connacht Irish, and so God, I don't know if I can learn Ulster Irish. We really don't. First night when people come, we tell them you don't need to worry about that. It's not that different. Also, you want to be able to speak to more than 1/3 of the other people that can speak Irish. There's 3 dialects, so it's important to learn. And we take lots of teachers from Donegal, from all over the county, but we take teachers from all over Ireland and all over the world at the minute. And we're doing online classes now. Two of our teachers, they're Irish people, but they're living in Italy teaching the online classes.
Wow.
So it's an amazing world, and that's some of the funny things that have come in since COVID.
And so much more online right enough, but there's such a demand for them that they fill up very quickly.
Often do, yeah. It's been really noticeable this past two years now. Obviously, we've been restricting our numbers a little bit because we were, particularly last year, we were conscious not to have too many people with COVID. But yeah, there's always been a huge demand. So this year we had a bit over 1,500 people in total. But the point I always make about Edgescale, especially to kind of tourism bodies in Ireland, they're always looking at visitor numbers. What's the big thing for Edgescale is more or less more than 85% of the people who come and do a course in Edgescale stay for 7 days. They're week-long courses, the most of them. We do 3 weekends every year as well. So they're staying for 7. So 1,500 people is almost 10,000 bed nights, as they call them, nights in bed.
Yeah.
So, and they're staying in the B&Bs, they're staying in the local accommodation, they're going to the pubs, they're going to the restaurants. So it's a really nice kind of tourism, because we get to know them, and so many people come back year after year as well.
And make a connection with an area.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And they don't just come and stay at us either. They an awful. I can think of another example. 2 people from one from New York, one from Massachusetts, that went and did the Sivers na Gaeilge course on Tory this summer, back in July, and they spent a week in Maharorty first. They did the course with us. They spent another week traveling around afterwards. People come in that distance, they're going to spend a bit of time and do a bit of things. So that's nice. So it benefits us, it benefits other people. It works out well for everyone.
Brilliant. Well, other scales established in '84. Now, Emer, Fanad Lighthouse opened in 2016, if I'm correct. So a lot newer, but you've seen brilliant growth since 2016, year on year.
Yeah, it's been really successful. We opened in 2016. Obviously, that was a big deal because Fanad Lighthouse opened was first lit in 1817.
Wow!
But for almost 200 years, people hadn't really got past the gate, even though it's like the iconic image of the area. People hadn't really got past the gate, so it was a really big deal in our local community that it opened. And I think it's really encouraged a kind of pride of place in people as well.
It's now a landmark destination. It's got such great promotion. Falch Ireland really behind this. It's now firmly established on the Wild Atlantic Way as one of the main attractions.
Yeah, we're a signature point on the Wild Atlantic Way. So obviously that has brought us great marketing, nationally and internationally from Falch Ireland and Tourism Ireland. We're also part of the Great Lighthouses of Ireland, so that's another helps us again. And now Údarás na Gaeltacht, they're promoting this on Coast the Gaelach, so we're linking up with tourism initiatives right down the west coast of Ireland. So all those things, help
Tell us,
reach more people.
For those that haven't been there, just tell us about it. It's not just a case of going along and looking up at the building that holds the light. There's much more to it. There's
No,
accommodation for a start.
Yeah.
People don't realise you can stay there.
So essentially, we offer guided tours of the lighthouse, or there's a walk around tour as well, self-guided, and that gives you like the history of the lighthouse, the lives of the lightkeepers who don't exist anymore. You know, this is in the past. You know, some of the tragedies at sea, the shipwrecks and that. So there's a fascinating history around lighthouses, and they're really magical places. And then, of course, you get to climb to the top of the tower, which is always like a wow experience.
Yeah.
And wonderful views of, you know, Malin Head in one direction and the north coast in the other. And then, as you say, you can also stay in the accommodation. So we've got 3 lightkeepers' cottages, original cottages that have been renovated. Really sympathetically done, but you know, you have all mod cons as well.
Okay.
And it's
So it's a
very special
an
place to
authentic
stay.
experience, even though you do have the electric kettle and the
Exactly,
TV and whatever.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you do have this feeling when you go in of kind of going back in time. So it's
The
very
accommodation is often booked out. It's popular.
it's been extremely popular. We're about 90% all year round at this stage, and so really that is, you know, stop and paint.
But it's the unique
Get it cleaned up.
aspect of it. Just a chance to, like, how often do you get a chance to stay in a lighthouse?
It is a really unique experience, yeah. Although we are finding that people are coming back as well. You know, that we're getting repeat people, so that's fantastic.
And there's a gift shop there as well, so that's a chance for local designers and artists.
Yeah, so we're very much about sustainability as well, and promoting. Well, sustainability and the Irish language are our 2 big priorities after what we do. So we have a limited cafe experience and a gift shop that is actually
Plans.
plans.
We'll get to that in a second. Plans. But go ahead.
We have plans, and also we've developed our gift shop now. So we no plastics and very much about local artists, local craftspeople. You know, I think it's really important. We are a social enterprise, and it's not about hoovering up business for Fanad Lighthouse. We will be measured on how we impact on our local community, or that's how we see it. You know, we have a few bottom lines. So we are really about promoting local people, and I'd say 90% of what's in our shop is Donegal makers, and that is from pottery to candles to children's toys across the board.
No more than the Irish courses in, you know, that others do. You take somebody that visits Fanad Lighthouse. The chances are it's not going to be the only place either on the peninsula or in Donegal that they visit. So it's great
Oh
for.
no, that's really important that we're sending people out. You know, when people come to stay with us, we are definitely promoting other initiatives in the area and eco adventures, and they visit the alpacas and in Downings and climb Moran Hill and see our beautiful beaches and places to eat and all that. So yeah, that's important.
One works with the other. And we just touched on the plans there. There's plans to extend the cafe and more besides. Is that right?
Yeah, so really the cafe shop space that we have at the moment, the visitor centre space, it's pretty inadequate. It's very limited. So yeah, we're about to submit plans now for an extended space, but it'll also have meeting conference space. We'll also have an art space. So those things will help us to engage better with our community as well, to be able to offer workshops, to be able to offer special weekends away that you can come and do, you know, a weekend doing something and staying in the lighthouse as well.
Brilliant.
So there's
Brilliant.
we have a lot of plans.
And it's great at the location as well, because it just brings people up to the tip of Fanad, and it means that they get to, you know, enjoy all the scenery, and you know, rather than, you know, dipping in elsewhere and scooting on by. If you make it to the lighthouse, you know, you're going to see
on the edge of
you're
the
on the
world.
and you're going to see some great scenery.
But it's also really good for you know, you go in one direction over the Knockalla Coast Road, truly beautiful scenery, or the Mulroy Bridge as well. So, you know, we think we're ideally placed with the Wild Atlantic Way on one side and the North Coast on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, thank you both very much. And we touched on your forward plans, Emer, in that this is going to be big, submitting those and hopefully getting the go ahead for that. So the future is bright. And as it is for you, Ronan, a big appetite for for learning Irish, continued appetite for people who want to learn Irish.
Yeah, well, absolutely, and we're kind of in the middle of a big change in a way, because obviously COVID forced us to change, and the big difference now is there was a time when we were more of a seasonal business, and the summer was the big time. Nowadays, because we're online as well, when the visits stop in the summer, the online classes start, and we have about 125 people doing classes this week in the night times doing that. So that keeps us busy in the winter, and then it kind of attracts people in as well, makes them think about coming here in the future too. So it's a big new part of what we're doing at the minute, and we're just trying to add to it as we go along.
Brilliant. Well, best luck to you both, and best luck to you both as well on the night. It's Friday the 11th of November, and it's the annual gala ball where the winners will be announced. But in a way, once you're nominated in particular, everybody's a winner. But the best luck to you both. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks very much.
Household electronic and lighting waste? Recycle them for free with We at your local authority.